Not a good time, that's all.
You got something better to do?
The time of King Arthur is not a good time. Smelly, dirty, dangerous. You'd hate it. Besides...
He turned back to the console, cradling his chin in his hand as he stared at the screen. Besides? Clara went to join him, staring over his shoulder at the jumble of lines and squiggles and blobs on the screen. Besides what? The doctor sighed, straightened up, and waved his hand at the screen.
Well, look at it. Just look at it. There, see?
No. Is it broken? That earned her a raised eyebrow. What then?
Power spike.
Something wrong with the TARDIS?
Not the TARDIS, no. A power spike in the late 19th century, right in the middle of London. Someone's using a post-nuclear power supply, and that's not good.
Oh, they've got it shielded. He went on, striding around the console, hands behind his back and head down as he considered.
Which just confirms the fact that it can't be a natural phenomenon or an instrumental anomaly.
Well, quite. Late Victorian London.
That's what I said.
Could it be Madame Vastra? Maybe Strax is messing about with some new post-nuclear weapon.
Very likely he is. But no.
The doctor shook his head.
No, they'd never be that careless.
This is someone who doesn't want to be phoned, but who has no idea of the anachronistic implications. So, we forget King Arthur and go and sort out this post-nuclear spike. Is that what you're suggesting? He was already working the controls.
It wasn't a suggestion.
He glanced across at Clara.
We better get changed into something that blends in a little more, don't you think?
You already look Victorian, she told him.
We was a tactful term. It wasn't actually me I was talking about.
That's a first. Clara looked down at her bright blue blouse and short skirt. Maybe he had a point. I'll find something that will fit in with late Victorian then. He was working the controls again, pulling a lever and checking a dial.
Choose something practical. It'll be smelly, dirty, and dangerous, he warned her. You'll love it.
Frost clung to the trees like brittle blossom. The snow was filmed with a thick crust where it had frozen over. Icicles looked as if they had sprouted from the undersides of windowsills and ledges. Most impressive of all, the wide expanse of the River Thames was a sheet of opaque ice.
There's a definite nip in the air, the doctor observed.
Clara's breath misted in front of her. You can say that again. Well, not actually say it again, she added quickly. He could be so literal sometimes. The TARDIS had landed in a narrow, deserted street close to the river. Judging by the lack of footprints in the snow, it was not a street that saw a lot of traffic. So, have you got some instrument that can lead us to this power source? Clara asked as they set off along the pavement beside the river.
Power spike. It's not a source. It was a spike that came from a source.
Which is different, right?
Right. And because it was a spike, it just happened the once. So now it's gone, and there's nothing to detect.
Unless it does it again.
Unless it does it again, in which case...
He pulled the sonic screwdriver from his pocket and checked its settings.
In which case we'll know. But we can't just wait for it to happen, because it might not.
So, how do we find this power source, then?
We investigate. The TARDIS landed us as close as she could, but we could still be a couple of miles away.
Oh, is that all?
That's not bad over several centuries and few million light years. Anyway, it shouldn't be too hard to track down an alien presence in London. Chances are they'll be obvious, arrogant, think themselves superior.
Clara gave the doctor a good stare. Yeah, right. His eyebrows knitted together.
What are you implying?
Nothing, she said quickly. So, what's the plan? Pop along to Paternoster Row and ask our local friends for help?
Vastra and Strax and Jenny. Oh no, we don't need to bother them. Trust me. He shook his head. This'll be easy.
It was late morning, and a steady stream of people made their way to the Frost Fair. Caught up in the tide, Clara and the doctor were happy to go with the flow. So it's not desperately urgent, this power spike, Clara said through a mouthful of roasted chestnuts. The doctor was examining a baked potato, trying to work out how best to attack it.
We're investigating, he said before taking a huge bite.
He hopped from foot to foot, mouth open and gasping. Hot? Clara guessed. The doctor nodded furiously.